Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and welcome to Sports Marketing 105, offered by Harper College. We're going to start Chapter 1. Remember, part of this class, we're just beginning this fully online class. You're looking at this YouTube or this recording, either by myself or you're taking me as your instructor or another instructor who's just utilizing this traditional recording. You need to read the book. Look at the book, look at the publisher's PowerPoints. I'm just going to go over the areas that you have to focus in. The book will give you more of the detail. I'm just giving you areas to concentrate as a reminder. Okay, Chapter 1, quick intro to the sports industry. We've talked on the overview, sports marketing or sports industry entertainment. So let's get a real quick overview. You already have my concept map. If you notice the pluses, I think this one here I gave you the full concept map so you understand what is required. Talk about for lack of better words. But wherever you have these pluses, that means you have to write in more. Right now I'm giving you a little bit of information, so here's how you would approach this course. I'm going to do this in half an hour, so I'm just going to hit the points, move on very quickly. Look at the book, read it real quickly, easy reading. Even though it looks like a lot of stuff because the author used a smaller book and put a lot of content in a little smaller print. Save some money, worked out well. But it's easy, very interesting, very current. Utilize my concept maps, print it out. I have in a PDF file. 2 sides. You go wherever you have a plus, you add to it. That's how you learn. Gives you a quick overview. Then take the quiz. Then take this information, and when you respond to the article research, or look at the article research, look at discussion board, we talk about certain topics, then take the quiz. And that's how you start your class. Quiz at the end, read, concept maps. While you're reading, use the concept maps and add in the information. I'm following along with the author in most cases. Okay, so let me make this just a little bit bigger for you guys that need a little bit bigger, 200. Okay, here's what we have. Quick overview of this chapter. And remember, I think I got my face in here, so I'll try to move it along. You should be able to define sports marketing, what the heck is it, and how it's related to the entertainment business. We talked about that in the overview. Describe the marketing orientation and how sports industry uses marketing orientation. Remember, sports is, how do I get people to watch the sports? I watch the sports, but I also make money. People coming into advertising, sponsorship. Examine the growth of the sports industry. Which industry is growing? Is it NFL or is it soccer? Are we more international? Is soccer taking more of a hold? I mean, sure, I still like the football and everything else. What sports will I get more people that are watching? That means I could get more of a sponsorship. I could get. I have a better chance of my sport, for lack of better words, of being successful because of the trends. Explain the different types of sports customers. Okay, identify historical trends. Remember, to doing the research, you have to baseline. Where were we here 5 years ago? Is it going down? Is it going up? Or is it just a regular product life cycle that keeps on continuing going around? Goes up and down and starts at the beginning. What kind of products in the sports product, understand the different producers and intermediaries. Remember, we talked about that if you had intro to business, is the logistic. Who does things better than I do? If I could control everything, I could control the whole aspect of marketing, but somebody else does better at brand, somebody else does advertising, so they're intermediaries that basically assist me to achieve my objective. Discuss elements of sports marketing mix. Remember the 4 Ps. Explain the exchange process, why it's important to sports marketing, how much I'm spending on my advertising and my promotional activities, bringing people in. It will equate, if those of you are taking for finance, return on one's investment. Okay? All right. Now, Super Bowl, halftime. I didn't really, I was going to come in here in the Super Bowl. I was watching it halftime, the best commercials and other. And I think that's going to be one of our discussions on the Super Bowl. I might just do that since it's current. Which commercial did you like? And we'll do that as a discussion board. And if not, I can still carry it on. Remember, I'm just giving you a quick overview. It depends what the instructor wants. This is just an overview of Chapter 1. So it's going to talk about marketing. All right, so you look at marketing activities, set of institutions, business process for creating communication, delivering, exchanging, offering, have value for the customers, delivering, exchanging, offering, clients, partners. Okay, this is the basic definition of marketing. Activity, instructions, delivering, exchanging offerings. Okay, now what's a sport? Now, sports in the activity, I have to take some kind of physical exertion. Breathing, walking, yoga, meditation. Also, these are sports. Come on. In my eyes, if I had to take some kind of active concentration, I could consider a sport. Chess, checkers, okay, competes against one another for entertainment. I want to stress entertainment. Please try to make it entertaining. I look at night shows. I used to love night shows. Right now, it's a political commentary. It's like a political comedy. I come in there, give me, okay, fine, bash the president, but bash everybody. Have some fun. Come on, make me happy. I don't want to tell the world's gloom and doom. I want to find fun. Same thing with marketing. Remember sports. Make them happy. Entertainment industry. Okay, marketing, goods, and services. Bottom line, what am I doing it for? Pertaining to participation sport. Do I have a shirt? Do I have a hat? All that is money. It's money generated. They may not come in as the spectators, or they're giving it to gifts, to corporations. Who sells more? Who gives more? What's the trendy thing? And don't give them something cheap. Give them something that gives you name recognition and branding. Okay, marketing, sports, leagues, events to attract fans. Okay, using associations. When you look at this, athletes, teams, sports teams, everything else, you connect the dots. Everything else is basically, remember, when you look at sports marketing, anything marketing, how do I educate and motivate my demographics or my target audience to love the sports, to make them feel good about it, to want to come in there, to utilize their time, which is precious to many people, and to have an escape of reality, or just an escape, just to relax and, hey, have a good time and laugh and don't worry about things. Okay, now sports marketing, so this six powerful, and I got a promotional on the Forbes. Remember, whenever you have these in here, it takes you to the link, and remember, the links to give you some information and that you go on there. Look, the author provided a hell of a lot of good links. I'm going to tell you something. Best links I've seen in a long time, and they're current. Some of them are outdated. That means they're not there. Anything you get a link for free is, they keep it open and close it. Okay. Now, when I look at sports marketing, what's the definition of sports marketing? Specific application unknown. Okay. Specific application to sports products, principles, and processes, and marketing non-sports products. Okay, and you can be to association with the sports. Okay, non-sports. Okay. Now, sports as an entertainment. Sports, a diversion, physical activity for pleasure, interesting. I can't stress it more. Entertainment. Try to entertain the individual. Let them, just think of yourself. Let them relax. That's what people want. You get that entertainment. You get them to want to spend time with you, to have fun, to just relax. They'll stick with you. Trust me. Don't push more on them. All right? Okay, understand the sports industry. Now, here's what I have to say. Origin of sports sponsorship, basically back to ancient Olympic times. Right now, you've got Olympics going on, root sporting in North America, based back to 1850s. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Tobacco industries was the first marketing, how to get people to smoke by product, and they would associate it with with team. Look, if you want to see history, were histories what acceptable, you could read the history book. But if you really want to know what was acceptable, look at historical past marketing campaigns, what was acceptable, and then you could tell what was acceptable in the culture and the morals. Indirectly, come on, marketing, indirectly. No fuss. This is what they're saying. Cigarettes and that. It's a marketing. It started out. Now they found out, I'm not pushing cigarettes because, there's a lot of bad, studies find out that it does have cancer. It's addictive more than a lot of other things. but this is marketing. What are we using now to bring people in? Radio provided and appears to solidified area of pages. Right now it's been replaced by the internet. Okay, marketing orientation. I'm going to try to keep this under 30. Successful organization concentrates on understanding the consumer. Like it or not what I think consumer want. I like this. I may be one of those outliners, only one person. What do the majority of the consumers? Ask your friends if you're a small business. Remember, it depends what you're selling. If I'm doing globally, I have to find out the global, I don't want to say generalization. If I'm looking in an area, I'm doing it from a high school, for how to bring high school kids in to watch the game. What are the demographic? What are the parents? What are they looking at for that area? If I'm a sports bar, what's in that area? You have to understand your customers there. Remember, the niche. You're not doing globally right now. If you are, you still have to understand different areas. Companies market a little different in different areas of the countries. If I look, when I travel a lot and you go someplace else, they market the same thing. Man, it's a little different than what they would market up in Illinois or northern Illinois as you would be marketing down in California or something else. Okay? Intelligence generations, intelligence dissemination. You have to remember, you get all this information. How do I classify it, categorize it, and take that information where I could utilize it? Oh, I don't need all of this. It's like you're doing a word problem. I got all this. I don't need this. What do I want to solve? What does it mean? I just need this portion. And that's what I should work on. But I need it all to gather what am I trying to get out. Marketing. I have to understand what the customers want, not what I want. What do they want? And then I can sell to them. And if I don't, then once I find out, hey, it's not like I'm thinking, then I bring people who understand, who have the same passion and that same focus, because then they could relate to that customer. Look, I'm a marketing guy. I just bring people in, out and in. That's part of marketing, right? Bring them as I need them. Learning. Great. That's why a lot of large companies, they're too stagnant. The smaller ones are still creative. They think of different ways. They look out of the box. That's everyone else is saying that. What could I do different? That's what you're looking for. Once you catch on, then you do fine. Okay, now growth of the sports industry. Like it is growing, but it may not be exactly where. Sports industry generates between, I think here, 480 or 500 to 600 billion dollars per year. That's a lot of money. Sports teams, leagues, federation, and it trickles all the way down. Because his name, ESPN founder, points it out. And here's a list. You can look at it. I'm not going to go through all that. Attendance. What sports to grab? I'm looking at attendance. Brings money in. How many people are bringing in? Right now you're seeing too much. What's happening? They're coming in. Okay, it's not only that. People ain't watching. You may be watching on TV. I've got all these stands. How do I do the break even? Pay the electricity. Pay the thing. What about all the vendors that come in there? What about the companies that want to come in there to watch the game? What all this? What about the players? They get all riled up. It's like, oh man, you got all these fans. No fans out there. You just don't feel that energy. Come on. Okay, so you need that attendance. It brings monies in, brings up, you sell other stuff, good publicity, media coverage, certain rights, and just you got that information in there. In employment, people get hired, and then the global market. Okay, value in the industry. Here's how much the industry values, and information from Forbes. Look at it. Let's see, the Bears ain't in here. Jeez, don't tell me there must not be valued too much. Look it up. We could use it as a discussion. Okay. Now, when you're looking at sports marketing, you break it down into three major categories. This is just ESPN. I might not even cover it to get out of here. It's nice reading. Okay. You have that. You're looking at the consumer. Okay. The consumer is broken down into two things. Spectators. I like watching it. Yeah. Throw it out, right? Or I'm a participant. I like running. I like being actually. I could see. Oh, I'm watching the sport not only as a spectator, but participant. I see how he does that. I see how he or she holds the hand. That's what they're doing. You see how you tie it in, and then I have training classes. Oh, they're wearing this glove. That's why they're doing. They're holding this. They're wearing Nikes, or they got the sportswear that has electronic chips in there, so that you know how much their calories they're burning or what they're doing. Okay, so you got your spectators. Individuals versus corporate, okay? And you basically, breaks it down in person, method, just a graph to see who are you targeting to. Is it both? Or is it more to the matter? Which one is going to give you a bigger return? More customers coming in, or clients coming in, watching, buying, whatever. You have to know your goals. Okay, then you have participants. and look at the chart again. There's more in the book, but this one here, walking for fitness, bowling. I used to bowl, treadmill. That's a sport. I like the last one I get thrown off. Running and jogging. Getting a little older, running and jogging. I like biking. I can at least get there. I can sit halfway close to everything else. Coming back, hand weights, billiards, pool. And I don't think they're talking swimming pool. They're talking about pool table. I like playing that. It's a sport. Is it any energy? No, but it does relieve stress. It does make you focus. Bicycling, freshwater fishing, weight resistance, and dumbbell. And look at how many participants. Who am I targeting? This is just one of the list. And look at the age. Now, if I'm looking at the age, and it makes a difference because it depends where you're opening up, what business, who are you targeting, what you're trying to sell. What are the age? Okay, so you got all that information. It works out pretty good. There's a link on here. And then corporate businesses, okay? I'm trying to get out of here within half an hour. I think I'm running pretty close. Okay, sports products. I can sell products. I'm a sports bar. I sell my own sports bars, game sports bar. I just make that up. George Anthony Mochocki, okay? Good services in a combination, right? The two that design. Remember, you try to complement each other. Participant, sponsor, provide benefits to the sports spectator. Give something away, give my name. It's always my name, always my name, always the brand. Something's on there, okay? Goods and services. What could I sell? Other than them watching the sports and participating. So they remember the moment, so they come back. Sometimes they give stuff away, tangible physical product that offers benefit to the customer. Okay, and then your services, non-tangible, non-physical product. You watch a game, it's a bad game, junky game, whatever. Some games are better than other. You want them close, you want the team, you want us so close, so you're at the edge. Oh man, I don't want to leave. This is the best game in the whole world. Then you start talking. Did you see the game last night? Did you see did you see the person at the Olympics who fell? Or good or bad, Americans, we just love the sensational. Now, as a business, if something happens, I'm at the moment, could I flip it around real quickly, make some kind of campaign, make some kind of drink, make some kind of statement, get customers in at that moment? That's sports. That's America. That's sports marketing. It's very interactive, very quick, very energized, got to be right now from the moment. Little different than other kind of marketing. Good or bad? Are you okay? All right. So sports product, sporting good. Okay, the next one. So I have what the heck? This was just a general definition, and then it breaks down to sporting events. Athletes, arena, and sporting goods, licensed merchandise, non-licensed collectibles. I'm making money in all this. I'm talking about NFL. I'm not going to talk. Remember, just current NFL. Not only did it hurt the stadium, money down there. You give all the excuses. The major things, the corridor viewers are very patriots, for lack of better words. You don't care who the president is. It's more American national anthem, all that other stuff. Come on, like it or not, that's your core base. You could think whatever you want. I don't really care, but that's your core base. You're upset, okay? But now, so you find out other businesses that are strictly for that. They're not buying the shirts. They're not buying it. And I had nothing to do with what they're doing out there. I'm just a side business. Remember Adam Smith? I'm making money off of the shirts and everything else. It hurt my business indirectly. So what do? I give it away. Maybe I start. Now I'm going to say how I'm going to sell all this merchandise, and people ain't coming. Maybe I still got the shirt. Maybe I can sell it locally. Maybe I give it a charity. I have to do something. I'm not changing anything there. Do you see where I'm coming from this as a sports marketing? I've got a small shop that has this stuff that's affecting my business indirectly. How do I stimulate and sell this product to my target base here? Say, hey, look, I'm just a little Polish sports place. Give me a break. Buy my stuff. I give you 50% off. It's usually marked up higher anyway. You can't sell it, so it's marked down. Okay? Okay, now personal training for sport. Remember, sports camps instruction, and a lot of businesses do that. I could be a personal training sport. Which one makes sense? Is soccer the thing coming in? Is football the one? Do I come to a person's home one-on-one with small business? People are busy. Do I go to the schools and do additional training after school because they cut some of the program and I make some money off of that? Not as much, but I'm building my training and I'm getting these new athletes and I get that superstar, and all of a sudden my business comes up, or somebody sees I got a new technique that works. This is what you're doing. This is all. But how do I sell this? Somebody comes up with this. I got to be able to sell it, motivate, make money off of that. I'm not trying to be greedy, but that's life, okay? Okay, so now what I got, increased customer demand, a global environment, enhanced desire for statistics, analysis, growth of the web, like it or not, social media. I have to be very active in that, be and conscious for my public relations, how I put information, increased use of secondhand delivery, in top sports website. And they have about, advertising. Look, I can't get them all, which is the top one, Sports Fox, Yahoo Sports. I think it's number one in ESPN. Okay, and even ESPN is suffering for whatever reason. Depends on the commentary. Remember, all of them are learning, like it or not. You do what you want. I try not to get involved, but do not mix politics and sports, entertainment. Let the people have a good time. You do what you want, but you can see a lot of small businesses, they don't get involved in politics. Are you Democrat or Republican? I don't care. There's a difference. I'm like Switzerland, independent. I love them all. I vote on an individual. I vote on the point of view. What's your point of view? I have no point of view. I love everybody. All right? Just as long as I like sports. Okay. Now, intermediaries. When I'm looking at intermediaries, for lack of better words, here's what you have. Ownership, sanctioning bodies, sponsors, that's a big one on here, media, agents, and equipment manufacturers, right? So let's go on to sponsors. Sponsors are pretty good because consumer, in most cases, a business, I'm sponsoring a business, my name recognition, indirectly people will associate with me if they see the celebrity or the person that's being interviewed that has a following, to like it. Now look, if that person who your celebrity turns on your audience and tells them, hey, I don't give a BBB, blah, 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 blank, 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 if you watch me or not, I don't care, you worked against them. Unless you're in wrestling and they do that intentionally, who's your audience? Careful. Remember, each individual, you're a brand, a market, and you compile that to the brand name. That's what you have to look out for, okay? Associated with the product or name, sporting event. Okay, media, agents, and equipment, okay? And sometimes they'll take it away if you it hurts the brand name. Okay, ENSP, new media, no new metric, users, not zero. But ENSP, if you really look at it, like I do the finance, they're so. Are they losing it because they're too structured, or should they be more interactive with the social media? Who they're trying to get? The baby boomers, the people that are there already in the sports. They love it. I got friends, they'll watch that football, they'll do the baseball. Some of them walked away because of whatever that happened. But a majority of them, they'll come back. They're diehards. They already love it. You know what I mean? They'll find something else, may not come back. Now, how am I going to get to you, the Generation Z? Those that are now turning 18, 17, I think it's from 2000 or and up. A little younger than that. Depends on that generation. How are you going to bring them into them? They don't read the newspaper. They don't like this. They don't look at ESPN. Do you want an interaction? Do you want somebody their age talking while they're watching a game on their smartphone? With their selfie. And that's even old-fashioned now. But communication, right on there. Yes, Jack. What do you say? Oh, no, I don't really. You have to change how you're presenting. This is what you're going to find on this class. Okay, now the sports map, and this is using two-dimensional goods, body, and then, they're just talking about, it's kind of interesting, body, soul, and spirit, whatever, if you really look at it, and here's exercise and equipment. If I'm a practitioner, I'm working on the sport, I can sell the equipment. If I'm a spectator, different kind of equipment. I need a treadmill because I'm sitting too long watching TV, getting a little gut. Practitioner, I want that golf ball shooting at me or baseball shooting at me, and I actually want to use it. Do you see what I'm saying? So different equipment, but different things depending on I'm a spectator or participant, but where do they connect and how do I sell that? Information and products. It helps you, your physical fitness and consumers. All right, so that's all the chart does. I'll tell you that explains a little bit better. Okay, exchange mark. Again, the chart here. When you really look at this, I was looking at this chart, just go, where the heck is the beginning? It all ties in. Something of value. I'm looking for, I got my money, I got to spend it. I'm looking at a sports spectacular organization. It's a circle. I buy my product. Somebody else sees my product. Where do you get this? I bought it at George's. Oh, well, what else at George's? Oh, he's got a sports bar. He gives it out. You only can buy this product at George's sports bar. All right, come in there. And now, I didn't realize that. Who else you got connection? Oh, you got a T-shirt. Oh, we've got this. We got the ESPN. We got channels. We got live coverage of this. We got commentary. We got social media. We got cups. We got everything else. What do you want? fish a cycle. Do you know, like exchange of players, value. He's going to come over here. Shh, people coming in here. He's going to go. All that is bringing the name, bringing the brand, bringing the name, bringing the brand. Okay? Whew. Chapter 1. Come on, we got 12 more chapters to go. If you see I'm excited, you're going into marketing. You have to be excited. If you're not excited, how the heck are you going to sell your product? You want that enthusiastic. You want that excitement. You're trying to sell your product. What you're learning here is what you are going to do as a person trying to sell yourself. Your product is right. Who's my competition? How you doing? All right. So this is chapter 1. You had the observation. Chapter 1. Welcome to the sports marketing offered by Harper College. This class here, you're going to be covered a lot of definition. If you look at the book had different increments. If I'm looking at here, different figures, got different tables. Excellent book, man. Don't get rid of this book. If you buy it for the cost, you don't keep it. Especially if you're going to sports marketing. If you're looking at Ackerman's, look, they got them all in here, listed in here. Well, worth the money. Use book, keep it. Some books you could keep, toss away. There's only so many books. This is going to be your foundation. And so you may not agree with everything with here. Remember, it's marketing, finance, advertising, everything into one thing, looking at one area of marketing, just focusing on marketing, or what I would call the entertainment or sports entertainment section. Again, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and again, welcome to this class, Marketing 105, Sports Marketing, offered by Harper College. It's a community college in Cook County, Northern Illinois, and I'll see you in the discussion board, and make sure you do your journals and do your assignments, and you'll do fine. Bye. Let's see how long I've been on this one. Oh, 26 minutes. I'm doing, I used to have these for an hour. I'm going to stop this a second. An hour, I figure, hey, I could do a lecture a little bit more in time, but you've already read the information. This is just like a capstone of what you should have been doing, or as a refresher. Oh, yeah, I don't remember this. I should go back here, and then I add stuff on here, and then you do a quiz, and you're learning. Remember, you're learning any type of introduction class. You're learning a new language. You're learning a new way of thinking, a new way of focusing. Are you okay? Do you see what I'm talking about? You're learning different concepts. You're learning marketing concepts that you had before, business concept, financial concepts, and now you're taking this in and you're focusing in on one aspect of business, sports marketing to entertainment, and how do I basically learn this and make money into this area? And there's a lot of opportunities. Okay? And remember, take some other classes at Harper College. Consumer behavior I teach advertising, I teach marketing, and I also teach finance. I'm a double major, management and marketing. And whether you take myself or another instructor, excellent instructor at Harper Colleges, most of us have been in the field and coming out of and now we're doing this not only as consultants, but we're also doing this training other individuals. And if you don't get a chance, you're not in Harper's jurisdiction, for lack of better words, the community college, good value for your money. Okay, bye. I want to make 30 minutes. Come on, geez. Embarking, you give me 30 minutes. I got to talk for 30 minutes. Bye.